Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday, it's the 24th of January. We've got quite a few new mods, 15, technically 17, if you see the two in front of me right here. As far as updates go, we've had an update to the Platinum DLC, Platinum expansion. Patch 1.3 for Platinum, it says. Amongst other things, I would urge you, if you've got Platinum DLC, you'll get the option to update it. If you haven't got it, I don't think it comes up. But go and have a look at the changelog. A couple of things to note in that changelog. One, there are two new placeables. We've got a sawmill and the mine shaft, as you can see in front of me. I'm on the Western Wilds, and I've got the mine shaft, and I've got a placeable sawmill, which typically on my Silver Run Forest map, I've just put a new sawmill in, and one's just become available. Always the way. It says better reward for deadwood. Now, I don't know if that's pricing or it means when you actually wood chip it or sell it, you'll get more. But it does say that. I'll have to check that out at a later date. And also spray levels, because on Silver Run Forest, for some reason, they put it down that it required 3 fertilising states rather than 2, which is what the base game has. That's been reverted back to 2 now. Again, on my Let's Play for today, I just fertilised 3 times because I needed to, and turns out didn't need to. So we'll have a look at these first, then we'll talk about the rest of the updates. I think it's probably not a bad idea. So as far as updates for today go, then we have got, if I can find them on my list, Altez Land, Old Land by the Lort and Paddy. The map has had an update. It does say, unfortunately, it requires a new save game. The Dominator Old Gen Pack by Deus Vault. The Fent 900 S4 by LS Agra Ole. The Lizard Pazurek P30 by JMZ VNS FDG2. The Concrete Bunker Set U by Castor Dias Agro Service. The Cowshed Package by Leo. And the Fruit Greenhouse by MTL Modding Team have all had updates. So, like I said, as part of the Platinum DLC, if you've got it installed, that means you can now place the ironworks, the mine shaft. And now I know there have been a few different mods that have allowed you to get iron ore, but if you want specifically to be a bit more immersive, have the mine shaft, you can now place it. The mine shaft is 13 slots, 250,000 to buy, and then we've also got a placeable sawmill from the Platinum DLC, which will allow you to do prefab walls, wood beams, planks long, and planks. This one is the small, the sawmill Wood Miser LT15, 20 slots, 56 grand. That's all as well, which is pretty good. I meant to grab a log and put it in here because I was curious to see whether or not when you sell wood, which is going to be here, whether this machine operates. I don't know. The fact it specifies Wood Miser LT15, potentially it will. I'll grab a bit in a minute. And then we've got the mine shaft in all its glory, which will continually pour out ore. You can come and collect it whenever you want. It doesn't cost you a penny. Both these you find under build mode, productions and factories. If we go and click on here, you will see wood planks, planks long, wood beam, prefab wall. I think it's the standard, the same as the one that's on the map on Silver Run already. Cycles per month, 24, 24, 24. Yeah, I think it's pretty much standard. And then all your outgoing stuff here. So wood in, all those various different things out, which makes it rather handy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and grab a log, even if it's just part of a log, just to see if that does do anything. Bear with me a second. Okay, I've just bought a little stump over that I had. That should be here. No. I didn't know whether it would or not. It's got this fancy bit of gear, whether it would just run backwards and forwards or something. But anyway, we have got shed lights we can turn on, I think, as well. Where was that? Turn on shed lights. There we go. Underneath. So that's part of the Platinum DLC. Part of the Platinum update, patch 1.3 for Platinum. Moving on from there then, we have got this. This is the grass dryer. This is by RagingReapers. It is 1.24 megabytes download, 17 slots on console, 10 grand to buy with a 250,000 litre capacity. I've put grass in it already. This is a 1-to-1 ratio. If we click on here, it will just produce hay. So grass in, hay out. Switch it on. 360 cycles per month with 1,000 to 1,000. I think it said it does 300. I'm sure it said 360 litres an hour, but that seems to be going up a little bit quicker than that. This you'll find under build mode, under production, just there. Slot count comes down to 1. Putting in is done around the back here. Taking out is done there. So if you just want to, if you just want an easier way of producing your hay, which I'm now thinking, that's a handy bit of kit. Doesn't take up a lot of room either, and it just does that one thing. It's not an overly complicated production, just does that. That's the grass dryer by RagingReapers. Next, we've got these. These I like a lot too. Concrete slabs, you tend to find them on Polish maps. Rasvet had them on FS19, a few different maps. Normally where the ground's boggy and stuff, and they put these concrete slabs into it, allow you to traverse a little bit more safely. So, concrete slabs by Piesel, 3.47 megabytes download, 1 slot each, 200 each for the first panel, but these are down under decoration and fences, because you can lay them out as you would a fence. So it's not individual one to, just place individual concrete slabs. It makes it far easier for putting these down, and as you can see as well, you can twist them so you can change the angle as you place them if you want to go around bends or a 90 degree or something like that. So we go to build mode and we go to our decoration. We're on fences and we scroll across the end. I'll pick one, doesn't matter which one. Concrete slab 1, concrete slab 2, concrete slab 3. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. If I go for that one, for example, so if we start here and stretch out, if I then stop there but then turn, I can rotate that round at a slight angle if I want to, then do it again at a slight angle if I want to, and you can just kind of work your way around, I like it. I think it's brilliant. Really handy bit of kit, that. So that's concrete slabs by Piesel. Lovely stuff. Next we've got the Tyrolean Dairy. This produces cheese. This is 15.77 megabytes download. This by tirolerHeimadh modding. 16 slots on console. 230 grand to buy. It's not cheap to buy. It does look very nice. I don't think we go inside the building. As far as I can tell, we can't. But it does look very nice in there. Look. They haven't just put the little bits up against the windows to make it look like it's got depth. It does actually have some depth to it. But I said we can't actually get in there. The milk trigger was just here. Will that door open? Oh, hang on. There we go. Lovely job. Light switch on the end. Anyway, so yeah, milk trigger's just here. Your pallets will spawn just here. If we go around to the side there. Cheese, well, it makes 912 cycles per month. A 3 to 2, you lose a little bit in the process, not a huge amount. It only holds 10,000 litres of milk, so you're not going to be able to put hundreds of thousands of litres in here, but it looks really nice, isn't it? It's very cool, that. Under build mode, under production, under factories. Out on the very end there, slot count comes down to 1. The Tyrolean Dairy by tirolerHeimadh modding. Next, we've got this. This is the large, well, it says the large machine and implement shed pack. There's only one shed. You do have the option to change colours on this, though. 20.84 megabytes download. This is by Rockhound. 12 slots, 80 grand to buy. It's a big old building, though. Nice kind of overhang, carport-esque type area for whatever you want to put under it. Doors at either end, and a door at the back. I think I probably put it around the wrong way, in all honesty. That probably should have been at the front, but it's okay. As you can see, cavernous. We've got a light switch over here, which does the outside lights. So as you can see, they've gone off. And then this one here does the inside lights. Nice animation, nice sound effect, does the job. It's a big old building for 80 grand actually. So when you come to place it, we go under buildings and sheds, and it's just that one just there. Slot count comes down to 1, but then when we come to place it, I need to find a gap somewhere. Let's go just there. If you look at the left menu, if you've got the help window open, it does say on there change colour. So if I go right on the D-pad, let's zoom down to the side, we can go through a selection of different colours, like so. To place. Awesome. The large machine and implement shed pack by a Rockhound. Next, we have got... yeah, I'm going to do this one now. We'll do this first and work our way through. This is the Lizard 95L. This is 4.36 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. This is by SeviModding, AM Modding. It's 6,000 litre capacity. There's not many options. I think a couple of tyre choice options on this. So you get it just like that. 6,000 litre capacity. You find it under tools and trailers, just there. Slot count comes down to 1. We've got the option of BKT, Continental, Trelleborg, and back. I don't think we get any options within those, actually. I'm just trying to remember. No, I don't think we have. BKT, Continental, Trelleborg, and back. Then license plate option as well. Yeah, so that was all the options on that. Start this up just to see the unload. We do have lights on it and indicators. Unload. So if you're looking for an inexpensive trailer, 6,000 litre capacity, there's no tension straps or anything like that. I mean, you could put pallets and stuff on it if you wanted to, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to secure them down. If not, 6,000 litre capacity trailer. The Lizard 95L by SeviModding and AM Modding. Moving on from there, we've got the Euro Low Loader Platform. This by EED123, or EED123. 7.67 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. Fairly straightforward again. It's not been too bad so far, has it? We do get onto some with a few more options as we move forward. Nice long low loader as well. It doesn't have any option to widen it though. So for some of your bigger machinery and equipment, wider stuff, you might struggle a little bit, but you'll find it under low loaders. Out on the end. There we go. 45 grand, not too expensive. Options on it. We've got design standard or with spare wheel. Spare wheel goes under the back. We've got a choice on our main colour of anything on that pallet. Rim colour. We've got a white 2, a silver and a chrome. I think I went silver. License plate option on there too. So if we just hook on to it, I don't think I'm hooked up yet, am I? There we go. Winds up the landing gear. Tension straps on or off from in cab or out of cab, it's entirely to you. Don't think we have a beacon on it, do we? I don't think so. No. Lights, indicators. See the running lights down the side come on as well. Turn those off. Then unfold trailer. There we go. That's the Euro Low Loader Platform by EED123. Moving on. We've got this. This is the wheeled roller. This is by EY Modding. It is 3.85 megabytes download, 3 slots on console, 3.4 meters wide, and only requires 40 horsepower to run. If you want to go immersive and you want to create your seed bed, whether you've ploughed or cultivated, you might want to run a roller over it just to get a nice smooth seed bed. You don't have to, but once you've put your crops in the ground, you can also roll after you've seeded, and that will give you a 5% bonus on your yield. Because if it's saying on the instructions on the menu to roll, then a roller is what you want to use to do it with. You will find it under rollers, just there, out on the very end there. 4 grand, like I said, 3.4 meters wide. It's not huge, but you know, it'll do the job. You can change the colour of it to anything on that pallet there. Hop in, start it up. So, unfold roller. And away we go. This will, rollers also will push small stones back into the ground if you've got small stones that have come up. So that's the wheeled roller. And that's by EY Modding. Turn the engine off on that. Next that, we've got 2 more rollers. These are the Baarck Acker-Ass, the 6.3 W and WS by VertexDezign, 8.69 megabytes download. They are both 8 slots and both 6 meters wide. Now I've got one of each here. As far as I can tell, the price is identical as well. They're going to do the same thing. I think in the real world, you've got the roller option like this, and then we've got the one here with tines, which again would drag behind to give you a smoother bed as it's rolled, I think. But we'll see whether or not it will just give us the rolled texture or a rolled or cultivated texture. It's worth having a look while we're here. These you will also find under rollers. So there we go, just here, the Baarck. 35 grand, 8 slots each, come down to 1. 6 meters wide, both. That requires 60 horsepower. This one does require 100 horsepower, although the prices are identical. So we've got standard wheel setup, or we've got wide tyres. And on this one, we've got standard or wide tyres. Those are the only options you get with it. So, it's got a very long arm on there. Say arm, that's not probably the right word for it, but unfold roller. It should do exactly the same as the last one did. There we go. So what we'll do now is fold that back up. We'll switch over to the other one to see if there's any difference in the two. So, unfold. Ah, so it does the cultivating section at the front and then rolls. Yeah, I can't see it's going to be different other than it's just a bit more immersive, I think. Those tines, the spring tines, would be used for getting rid of larger clods of dirt and probably a bit of residue if there's been residue left on the field, I would imagine. So we can raise and lower the roller at the front. Nope. No. That's not it, is it? Yeah, right, lower roller. Okay, that's not doing anything. That's interesting. Why is that not working? Let's turn it on. So in this form, is it working as a cultivator? Let's find out. It is. So it's cultivating. I wonder if it's rolling at the same time. That's interesting. I'm glad I checked this. Where it says needs rolling. No, it's still showing there as... Because that blue means it needs rolling. We have cultivated. Although technically it's showing it's been ploughed. That's very unusual. Seedbed prep. I wonder... Raise that up. Still not rolling if I do it like that. Will it roll on a ploughed field? No. Ah, there we go. So yeah, so it's acting as a cultivator. So if you get this one with the front section on it, that one works as a roller, this one just works as a cultivator. Albeit a shallow cultivator, but it will still cultivate. Doesn't hurt to check, because I would have just taken it that they both did exactly the same thing, so I'm glad I checked those. Anyway, that's the Baarck Acker-Ass 6.3 WWS by VertexDezign. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Deutz-Fahr Fixmaster 335 by Arek, 9.91 megabytes download. It says 8 slots each because there are two. There's the Deutz-Fahr and there's the KUHN version. Plus in this pack, there is a Tyrolean 7850C wrapper, and if you choose the option to have the attach on the back here, you can attach the bale wrapper behind it as well. I've gone for the Deutz-Fahr 335, the Fixmaster. The use you will find under balers, out on the very end. Exactly the same price, 52 grand. The 8 slots will come down to 1. 85 horsepower required. Like I said, I've gone for the Fixmaster 335. We've got the option of Trelleborg, BKT, Michelin, VertexDezign, back again. We've got standard and standard 2 on the Trelleborg, standard and standard 2 on the BKT. I don't think we have anything on the Michelin, just that tyre option, and the same with the VertexDezign. Going back to Trelleborg. We've got front lower attacher or top attacher, so you can change the height of the attacher depending on what you're towing it with. Wrapper attach on the back puts the hitch on if you want to go for the wrapper on it as well. Silage additive tank. Now I couldn't see where the additive tank. Oh, there it is. I was trying to work out where it was. It's right in the middle there. You can put a silage additive tank in there. So if you are baling and wrapping grass bales, you get a 5% bonus on yield on that as well if you use silage additive. Main colour, a selection of Deutz-Fahrs in different hues. A standard and metallic and are used. If you go for the used, it doesn't drop the price down at all. It stays as it is, but yeah, those options, and then rim colour option on there too. Same goes for the FB3135. If we come out of there and we go to our wrappers, where are we? Bale wrappers, out at the very end is where you'll find the 7850C, 22 grand slot count. That's what slot count was? 7 slots. So you've got wrapper design standard or with an end turner. I went for the end turner, we'll give it a go. We've got Kverneland or Vicon are the options on that one. Foil colour option, anyone on that palette there. And license plate option on there too. So what we'll do, start this up. We'll unfold it first. There we go. Lower that down, start it up. Just to show you, I've turned auto drop off because I just want to get one bale out of this to show you can do all bales. It hasn't got to just be grass and wrap them. 5,000 litre bale. There we go. Close that back down. Turn it off a second. So what we'll do now is whiz round. We'll hook up to the wrapper. There we go. Then we'll unfold the wrapper. Should swing out behind it. There we go. Got the bale turner on there as well. I'm going to turn on automatic drop. Like that. Turn on the baler. Should be good to go. Now we may have to stop because this hasn't got a pre-chamber. This is not a fast bale. 3,500 litres. Why is the automatic drop not working? Ah, that's weird. No, it is. How strange. There we go. Yeah, the automatic drop's not working for some reason. Why is that working? That should go off the back. Oh, I'm going to have to do it all manually. The turner works though, that's good. Well, it still does it all in one pass, to be fair. But yeah, the automatic drop's not working with that hooked on the back. Oh well. Just got to do both at the minute. And now it has worked. I think because I had it on the top, I had it set on the rear and not on the actual baler. That's all it was. It was switched on, but when you change your option from tractor to trailer, I didn't have it on the baler, I had it on the wrapper. That's all it was. There you go. So, it does work, does do the job. Got a couple done. That's the Deutz-Fahr Fixmaster 335 by Arek. Moving on from there. We've got this, the LS series by SeviModding, Jonas, Ponce. It is 14.93 megabytes download, 14 slots on console. You'll find it under vehicles, under trucks. Just there, 290 grand. It's quite expensive actually, to be fair, for a 380 horsepower. So we've got the option of a 4x2, 6x2 with the rear axle that can lift up and down, or a 6x4. I think I went for that. Decorative strips on the side, if you want them. Exhaust, 1 or 2. So it puts it right out before the fuel tank or goes alongside the fuel tank. Bumper, standard or a drop bumper. Air suspension, yes or no. Main colour, anything on this palette, and there's a whole load to choose from. Design colour, again, anything on that palette. Does the visor. Grille, does, you've guessed it, the grille. Fenders, does all the fenders. Rim colour, we've got quite a few to choose from. And the license plate option on there too. Right there, hop in, start it up. Reverse beacon, sound. It's one of those. We don't have any doors or windows that open, but if we go to lower axis, that does the rear axle. And if you've got the air suspension on, this is open cover. So you can make it a racing truck if you want. You don't have to, of course. Interior. When I drove it out here to set up for the mod review, it did take quite a while to stop when I was up to speed. But there you go. Wow. That's the LS series by Nasif modding Jonas Ponce. Next, we've got the John Deere A. We've got two John Deeres actually, old and newish. Look at that little beauty. It's lovely. Completely restored. The John Deere A, 7.63 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This is by EY Modding. She's a beaut. Under small tractors, out on the end there, 14 grand. That's all it's going to cost you. Slot count will come down to 1. We've got option of BKT or Michelin. Under BKT, we've got standard, wide rear axle with a wheel weight, wide axle, rear twin, back again. I think it's pretty the same under Michelin, I think. Standard, wide, wheel weight, wide, rear twin, back. Attachers, we've got standard, front attacher, 3-point link on the back if you want a 3-point link, or both. That's it. But is that not just lovely? I could drive around a map on that all day. John Deere A by EY Modding. Next to that then, we've got the John Deere 6M series. This is by AgrarDesignAustria. 16.31 megabytes download, 20 slots on console. Quite a contrast to that, isn't it, really? But very nice indeed. Nice looking little mod. This you'll find under small tractors as well. Was also out on the end, right by it. There we go. 109,500 for the base model. Slot count comes down to 1. We've got a 110 horsepower or 120 horsepower option. We've got Trelleborg, big Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, VertexDezign, Nokia, back to Trelleborg. On Trelleborg we have got if you want narrows, you want to use the Trelleborg on this one, because I don't think it's got narrows on any others. Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, VertexDezign, Nokia, just those, and then back to Trelleborg again. On the top, we can have Starfire, yes or no. For just £1,000, you can have a Starfire 6000 on there. Front loader attacher, yes or no. And a license plate option 2. Those are your choices. Let's start it up. Horn. Lights. Beacons are flashing units rather than rotating beacons. We do have under L1, right stick side to side. Opens and closes that door. Up and down. Opens and closes the other door. R1 and right stick up and down. I think does the visor on the top, yeah. Does the visor. So from inside. And then side to side does the rear window. Like so. And L1, R1, right stick side to side does this window. And up and down does the steering wheel. Lots of weird chirpy noises as we go. But it's very nice indeed. Some cracking mods today, I have to say. As well as the platinum stuff. But that's not all. So, that's the John Deere 6M series by AgrarDesignAustria. Next, we move on to something very cool. This is the wood crane. This is by Kenny456. 9.69 megabytes download, 14 slots on console. This is a mobile gantry crane. So, not like usual wood cranes. This is a proper gantry crane for loading and unloading, doing whatever you want to do. But it's transportable. It comes like this. There are a couple of rules you have to stick to whilst using this. However, it's still very, very cool. So, you'll find it under tools and forestry equipment. Out on the very end there, 120 grand is what it will cost you. So you've got extended arm, which has a double arm on it, or you can have standard, which takes 10 grand off. But for 120 grand, you get the extended arm. I'll show you what the extended arm bit is in a moment. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. Rim colour to any one of those. And a license plate option on there too. That's it. So it unloads to the right hand side, or the, well, let's say the right hand side. If you're driving forwards, it unloads to this side. It does tell you, it does show you, it does also say you really need to be on as flat a piece of ground as you possibly can. So when you get to where you're going, for example, we've got here, it's all strapped down, you don't have to do anything with the straps, but unfold wood crane. So it takes off the stuff in sections, shows you where it's going to put it, puts the rails out first, puts the runners, then the gantry, everything goes up. Why did it just put it over there? What just happened there? That's weird. The trailer doesn't have tension straps on it, although it does say they're fastened tension straps. But we do have that on there, so I'm assuming you can probably just still use it as a regular trailer if you wanted to. But it does say in the rules, I can't figure out why it's put it over there. How bizarre. But if you've got your icons and things switched on, you'll see there's this little hazard marked area here. To load back onto the lorry or onto the trailer's got to be in a very specific position. This rear set of axles here needs to be in that box for it to unload. For it to, well, to load back on, should I say. It's already unloaded, but to load back on. I'm wondering if it's because these vehicles are here that it did it. Maybe. So, if I drive forward and put it into there, we should be able to unload it again. I'll load it again. Let's get those wheels in that box as close to it as we can, like that. If I do it again, that should fold it all back and put it on the trailer. I'm curious to see what's happening when I unload it now. We're just going to put it back in the same place, but there we go. So it's all back on. Right, let's unload it again. It's weird because it did the flashing thing like that, but then put it elsewhere. I'm not quite sure, yeah. Cool, right. I'm going to move out of the way for a moment. So the extension, I don't know if you can see, stop there. If you get the one with the extension, it puts that section out there. If you get the normal one, it's just between these two supports. But the good thing with this is it means you can go right out to the end here. So you can have your vehicles lined up here with your logs under here, or your logs there and the vehicle under here, or, you know, possibly even onto a train. If you think about the reach of that, if you can place this close to a train track, you should be able to. This is a cracking mod. This is the highlight for me today. So enter vehicle, start engine. Well, that sounds like it's starting the lorry, but anyway, regardless. L1 and right stick, side to side. Does have side to side, so if we look that way. Up and down, it doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. Oh yeah, it's doing the ramps on the lorry. Isn't that weird? Look, it's doing the ramps on the back. Anyway, so side to side, we'll do our movement that way. R1, up and down, we'll do that movement. Side to side, we'll do that movement. Like the cranes in game, the L1, R1, open and close and rotate. But what's even better, what's awesome, we're going to look underneath here. It's got tension straps and there. That for me is an absolute game changer when it comes to loading logs, especially when you've got big loads like you would have with this. So let's close that a little bit and let's go forward. How cool is that? So we can have the options, that as a camera, that as a camera, or that, which was where we were, but that. Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. I think it's really, really cool. Now, change the camera angle, and then get out. And then when you're done, wherever you are, load it back up, and off you go again. How brilliant is that? Anyway, yeah, enough gushing over that. That's the wood crane. That's by Kenny456. Very cool. Let's just line that back up again, load it up, and we'll be good to go to drive away. There we go. Straps on. We're good. Very, very cool. Okay, moving on. Sorry. Let's carry on. Interesting, we've got 3 of these today. Well, 2 in one pack and 1 in another. Let's go to this one first because it looks awesome. This is the MAN TGS Agri version by MW Mika 3615. 22.63 megabytes download, 17 slots on console. This is a proper Agri truck and it looks awesome. You'll find it under vehicles, under large tractors, under trucks. We go to that one just there because I've got both installed. This is 500 horsepower. Design 1, it's got a little flash down the side. If I change the colour of that, actually, let's change the colour of that first. Decal colour, I think it is. Let's put that on something you can see. There we go. Let's go back up. So, design 1, design 2, design 3 has nothing on there. Wheel setup, we've got standard, wide. You've got the default plus TPC, that's the ones we can inflate or deflate your tyres on the go from a compressor in the cab. It doesn't work in game, but it's just there to look fantastic. And then you've got the wide with that as well. We've then got attachment parts. We've got plastic or painted. We've then got lamp guards, yes or no, so grills over the lamps. Exhaust, we've got around this side, we've got straight, angled, straight with a cover around it, angled with a cover around it. I think I went for that. Beacons, we've got default, LED orange on the top, or LED white. Then you've got wind deflector on the top, yes or no. We've then got flashlights. This puts flashing beacons or flashing units on the front grille. We've then got now, this is without addition. So you've got your fifth wheel on the back and you've got attachers on there. We can go with a communal plate on the front, which puts that on there. Then we can go with bull bar. And then we can go with rear hydraulic, but be careful. When you switch to rear hydraulic, it puts a 3-point link on the back, it takes the 5th wheel away. So if you want that, you can't have both. So with rear hydraulic, you can have the rear hydraulic with the front plate, rear hydraulic with bull bar, and back to 5th wheel again. So you've got a few different choices there. We've then got a bit main colour, anything on that palette. There's some metallics, there's some glosses, there's various different choices here. I just went for the red, it's easier to show. So you've got that one sort of satin, that one a real shiny, sort of chromed, and that one more of a standard matte, really. Decal colour, as you've seen, does the decals like that. Additional parts colour, let's change it for something you can see. There we go. So the wheel arches, front bar colour. So if you've gone for the bull bars, which I haven't got on, let's put the bull bars on. There we go. Front bar colour. We've then got a rim colour option and a license plate option on there. Rim colour is anything on that palette too. Not that it matters, but there you go. Like so. Let's start it up. Flasher units on the front and the top if you've gone for them. Lighting, it's pretty cool. It sounds like a jet when it gets going. But I have to say, it's got a look of the old Army Bedfords, the old Bedford lorries. I think because of the wheels and the height of the suspension on it. But that's very cool. I like that. Nice bit of cab movement on there. We don't have any doors or windows or anything that open. Interior. Very nice indeed. Very cool. Like it. That's the MAN TGS Agri version. That's by MW Mika 3615, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. Both of these come in the same pack. This is the MAN TGS Agro Pack. So we've got Agri version Agro Pack. This is by virtual farming Dersh modification. 19.39 megabytes download, 17 slots each. Did I say what that megabyte download wasn't that? That was 22.63. This one is 19.39. Now, for all intents and purposes, the options on these are identical. We've just got the 4-wheel or double axle or a triple axle. That's the difference between these, in essence. Other than that, the options are exactly the same. So I'll show you the options on one, but they are the same for both. So also on the trucks, so these two here, we've got the 18 series and the 26 series. 130 grand or 180 grand is the difference. So we've got weights standard. You can have a weight on the front, that's 1. 2 puts a weight over the 5th wheel, or both, and back to standard. We've got engine setup, so you've got the Agri version, so the 400 horsepower, and then it says 400 normal, 440 Agri, 440 normal, 460 and normal, 480, and then 500, 510. I don't remember, it's about 510. So 510 horsepower. The Agri is to do with the gearing. It's more of an agricultural low-range box than the normal, which is more of a road-going version. So up to a 510 horsepower. We've got BKT, Continental, Trelleborg, Lizard, back again. And the BKT, we've got those. Continental, those. Trelleborg, those. Lizard, no options, and then back to BKT. So for warning signs small, we've got 1, 2, both, or off. We'll go for both. Designs, we've got standard, we've got a line design on the side. You can have that, the Truck Tat 2. The only problem with that is, I can see, is because it goes over the TGS logo on the side, it looks a bit untidy. That's the only thing I can see with that, really. Other than that, it's fine. But those are the options on the design. You've got the MAN design on the side or off. So those are those designs and options. Then you've got warning signs big. You've got that one there. that one there, or both. I think I went with the selection of both. We've got fenders, 1, 2, this is on the back. So 1 or 2 on the back. Main colour, anything on this palette. Design colour, anything on that palette. Does the bottom section, so you can mix and match. Rim colour, anything on that palette, including the chrome if you want one. Does that. Then license plate 2. Like I say, this does exactly the same thing. Same horsepower options as we go through. This just starts on a 480, 500, 510, and back to 480. So the other one has lower horsepower options but goes right up to 510. This starts at 480 and goes up to 510. And I'm pretty sure the options were all exactly the same. When we got to fenders, it's just the double fender on the back, so you've got the plastic or the sort of more flexible covers on there. That's it really. So let's hop in, start it up. L1 and right stick side to side. Step to the roof. I'm trying to remember now. I thought it did. Why is that not opening? Oh no, hang on. I'll take that back. Go down to the bottom there where the side steps are. L1 and right stick side to side does the side steps. So if you're going off-road, you want those side steps out of the way so you don't damage them. You can raise that up out of the way. And then L1, R1, and right stick up and down does the top. There we go. So from in-cab. Oh, that's interesting. Let's open that up. So you can see right in there, but from inside it doesn't change. That's weird. Wonder why it would do that. So from outside I can see in, I can see my head, I can see in there. But from inside, it doesn't. Oh. I thought, oh, I'll show you that. That would look really cool. So those are the options for things that adjust and change and move. Lights. Beacons. Very nice indeed. So, that's it for the mods for Tuesday, 24th January. I think you'll agree we've got some pretty cool ones today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.